There were a couple stories out of the entertainment world this week that I found interesting because, if nothing else, they show the moral degradation of America. The first one you've probably heard about, the fixer-uppers, husband-wife couple, Chip and Joanna Gaines. They were asked by a reporter for their views on same-sex marriage, and they declined to give it. So this reporter took it on him or herself, I'm not sure which, if it was a he or a she, but took it upon him or herself to go to the church that the Gaines attend on a weekly basis, and learned that the church actually teaches, according to biblical principles, that homosexuality is a sin and same-sex marriage is wrong and so forth. Well, the Gaines were vilified by the press. They were painted and slandered as anti-gay and so forth, anti-LGBTQ. So now, fast forward a few days, and Madonna over the weekend held this big auction benefit concert in Miami. It was aimed at raising money in part for Africa, and she did. She raised $7.5 million by selling off various artifacts that she had used in her shows over the years. But she also did it basically how Madonna always makes money, by selling sex. She had a handcuff skit with her ex-husband, Sean Penn. She had crazy costumes and so forth. It was the whole Madonna show. If you know anything about Madonna, it's just basically selling sex. And yet, after her concert, she's applauded because she raised money for charity. And I find this interesting. On one hand, you have a couple who does nothing but their fixer-upper show, and they do it in a way that is entertaining, but you can also tell that when they do the show, they're filled with joy. They just seem to have that Christian spark. They have love for each other, and they seem like a wholesome family. It's a good family show if you haven't seen it. And then you have Madonna, as I said, with the sex sells at every turn. So I was thinking on these two different stories and how America and the press was responding, and a biblical principle came to mind. It's in Galatians 2:16. Yet who know that a man is not justified by works of the law, but through faith in Jesus Christ. And if you think of that and apply it, what that basically means is you can give all the money you want to charity. That doesn't get you in heaven. What gets you in heaven is faith in Jesus. And one display of having faith in Jesus is how you live your life. So you look at the Gaines, you look at Madonna, and you see where this country stands right now, which they embrace more. And you start thinking, wow, we're in a lot of trouble. Now why this matters is because the culture leads. What is in the culture? If we have cultural rot in this country, it's basically going to seep into our political system, and that's going to be where our country is headed in the next few years. So think about that, and next time somebody just tells you, oh, it's a harmless show, it's a harmless concert, think about the messages that it's sending our youth, but also think about how God's looking at that from above. I'm Cheryl Chumley, taking a stand for Jesus in a land of darkness. Hope you like what you see. If you do, give a like below this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check me out at CherylChumley.com for daily news updates.